Hi guys! After a while of exploring dark corners and terrifying creatures together, today I will introduce and explain scary monsters that might be comparable to the SCP universe. Those are the monsters from the Trevor Henderson universe. Do you know the Siren head monster? Yes, that's the one. Be sure to watch the entire video and remember to comment whether your favorite monster is on this list or not.
1. The Smile Room.
One day, two teenagers went missing, and the evidence they left behind led police to an unbelievable place. Watch this video before we find out exactly what the Smile Room is.
Death doesn't scare me, but you know what does? The Smile Room. On July 6, 2006, three teenagers went to an amusement park complex called Neb's Fun World. Two of the teenagers broke in while one waited outside to keep watch. After waiting for a few hours, the two teenagers never came back and their friend started getting worried, so he went inside. He then got worried when he discovered his friend's cell phone on the ground. The phone still kind of worked, and upon checking the phone, he found something truly horrifying. Stay till the end to see the picture he discovered. Immediately alerted the police, but they weren't able to find anything. In fact, when they walked over to the spot where it looked like the photo had been taken, it was just a sealed brick wall. There was no doors, no nothing. This is the photo that was found on the destroyed phone. The phone was found inside of the Smile Room, and when you looked up, you could see this door until the police arrived. This is an urban legend about a monster they call the Teeth. He has a human-like mouth and wide, sharp, disgusting teeth going down his torso. Let me know if you believe this one is true, and follow for more. It helps when you interact.
The Smile Room is a supernatural entity that takes the form of a room, but is actually the giant mouth of a creature with jagged teeth attached to deep red gums. The main door is a trap that leads straight inside. When a victim steps in, the door closes after 6 seconds, trapping them in a cramped 3-meter square space with no escape. Afterward, the back wall opens up, sucking the victim into a place similar to a digestive tract, where weak stomach acid slowly melts their body. This creature can appear in any deserted place, from doorways and motel hallways to toilet stalls, changing its size and shape to fit the space. It also uses its gums and long tongue to capture its prey. More horrifyingly, the Smile Room is believed to be a spatial gateway connected to a giant creature whose nature is still undefined.
2. The Country Road Creature.
This is the Country Road Creature entity. It moves quickly and is extremely dangerous. Its appearance is something you can imagine for yourself, and what is special is that it is intelligent and uses strategy to hunt its prey.
Country Road Creature. Country Road Creature is another one of Trevor Henderson's creations. This photo that was posted on Trevor Henderson's Instagram shows what's supposed to be a humanoid creature caught on somebody's dash cam. Country Road Creature is said to be 20 feet tall, though most of the time he's seen standing on all fours. It's said that this creature hunts its prey by shapeshifting into a human and then flagging down cars on country roads. He'll say he wants to show you something and then lure the person out of their car. He'll then shift back into his humanoid form and devour the person. It's also said that he follows people home. These are not SCPs, you guys. These are Trevor Henderson creatures. They are not real, so don't worry.
The creature's head looks like the face of a scrawny, bald old man with glowing white eyes. Sometimes it smiles horribly, but sometimes it doesn't have a mouth at all. People believe it has the ability to shapeshift into a human, for example, pretending to be a lost person, to lure victims.
3. Mr. Bag.
I am very afraid of imaginary friends. Do you know why? They can attack you when you grow up and forget about them. Like Mr. Bag, for example.
Mr. Bag, sometimes called Mr. Trash Bag, appears in dark spaces like basements, attics, or abandoned houses. His body is completely wrapped in what looks like a dripping black garbage bag, except for his face. The face is disturbingly human, pale skin, squinted eyes, purple lips and eyelids, and an unsettlingly calm expression. Over time, he seems to grow taller. Early depictions put him at around 14 feet, but later appearances show him closer to 20 feet. feet. Mr. Bag isn't just a mindless predator. He's malevolent, but he also forms attachments, especially with children or anyone who gives him attention. These relationships don't last. When the attention fades, he becomes jealous and dangerous. In some accounts, he stalks a girl and her friends after a childhood connection, following them even when they try to flee. He has also been shown stealing shiny objects, like a music box, and offering them back as gifts. His methods of attack are never fully explained, but many believe he suffocates victims by wrapping his bag-like body around them, absorbing them into himself. He moves silently through dark spaces and may even be able to teleport, since he can appear suddenly in places far apart. Mr. Bag stands out because of his mix of familiarity and horror. He isn't just a trash bag monster. He's a figure that craves connection, but his presence is suffocating and deadly. That blend of emotional need and grotesque design makes him one of Trevor Henderson's more complex and unsettling creations.
However, if you treat him with kindness and care, he won't attack. But it's best to get rid of imaginary friends and go outside to touch grass. Guys,
4. A baby in the basement.
it's the fear of the basement again, places we rarely set foot in. Lack of light is the hiding place for many strange entities, waiting for the opportunity to attack humans, like the entity below.
A Baby in the Basement. A Baby in the Basement is a disturbing creation by horror artist Trevor Henderson, introduced in 2020. Unlike traditional monsters, this entity blends innocence with grotesque horror. It appears as an emaciated, skinless humanoid crawling on all fours, with a deformed mannequin-like head, empty eye sockets, and a gaping mouth. Its long, sharp fingers and skeletal frame make it appear both fragile and predatory. When standing, it can reach 6 to 7 feet, far larger than a normal infant. The creature exclusively manifests in basements and reportedly stays in one location for about a month. It is highly hostile, attacking anything it perceives, and relies on touch and sound rather than sight to locate victims. Once it captures a target, it dismembers and consumes it. A notable trait is its aversion to light. Henderson's caption implies that darkness suits it, while light is harmful, adding a rare vulnerability to an otherwise terrifying monster. The origins of A Baby in the Basement are unclear. Henderson's caption, "My baby boy came home. He likes the basement because it's dark, so dark. The light disagrees with his complexion these days," leaves interpretation open. Some speculate it represents an abandoned or neglected child transformed into a monster, though this is not confirmed.
I wonder why these monsters always try to create a body part similar to a human's. For example, the baby in the basement tries to create a similar facial skin. Do they think that will trick us?
5. God of Roadkill.
It's another horror of wandering the streets at night. Besides the country road creature, I will introduce you to another species that is equally dangerous with a disturbing appearance.
The God of Roadkill. The God of Roadkill is a creature first introduced in May of 2019. It's portrayed as a skeletal, deity-like figure that haunts roads, bridges, and highways, anywhere roadkill can be found. Its appearance is disturbing. A thin, bird-like skull stretched into a sharp beak, no lower body, and a spine and arms that hold it upright. The bones look raw and bloody, and across its face are crude, painted eye markings instead of real eyes. Its size varies in depictions, but it's often said to be as large as a van, or even bigger. What makes this entity memorable isn't just its design, but its role. The God of Roadkill is said to collect the souls of animals struck and killed by vehicles, guiding them onward. At the same time, it punishes drivers who cause these deaths. Fan accounts describe it as manipulating fate to create accidents, steering events so that careless drivers crash or meet their own end. Its powers are widely interpreted as near divine, immortality, regeneration, a kind of omnipresence across roads, and the ability to alter events. Some versions even describe it transporting not only animals but human souls as well.
Do you fear this one or the country road creature more? Personally, I would die if I met either of them. What about you, guys? Comment and let me know.
6. The Long Horse.
This is the long horse. It doesn't look too scary, I mean. Only in this list. If I met it on the street, I would probably wet my pants. But in reality, its personality is not malicious but somewhat lovable. Let's learn about the long horse.
Long horse. Longhorse is a supernatural creature with the skull of a horse and a long, seemingly endless neck made of flexible vertebrae. Sparse black hair clings to its form, and it can extend or retract its neck at will, with no known limit. It first gained attention in 2018 when Trevor Henderson posted an image online claiming to have dreamed of the creature. Despite its eerie appearance, Longhorse is completely harmless to humans. In fact, it acts as a protector, appearing to warn people of impending disasters. Its arrival is often marked by the sound of creaking bones. It's known to be friendly, even curious. According to Trevor, it smells like cinnamon, enjoys apples, and likes receiving affection. Longhorse can teleport, levitate, and break the laws of physics. It can alter space, bend its body freely, and move through dimensions. It exists partially outside reality, with its full form likely beyond human understanding. It's also connected to dreams, capable of appearing in them or subtly changing them. Staring too long at its neck may cause it to crumble into dust, though this doesn't seem to harm the creature due to its paranormal nature.
Even though it's said to be harmless, don't provoke it. Or you could adopt a long horse to protect you in case a siren head attack.
Seven, Siren head.
In the moonlight, my honey, I know.
Do you see the shadow in the distance? That's the siren head monster.
Let's talk about Siren Head. Siren Head is one of the creepiest internet monsters ever imagined. Standing over 40 feet tall, it has a thin, skeletal body that looks like an old, rusted telephone pole. Instead of a head, it has two massive sirens. But what makes it terrifying is what those sirens can do. Siren Head doesn't just blast noise, it mimics voices, emergency alerts, and even the cries of loved ones. It uses sound to lure people into the woods, where they disappear without a trace. Some stories say it can stay perfectly still, blending into the landscape until it decides to strike, making it feel like it could be waiting anywhere. Siren Head was created in 2018 by Canadian horror artist Trevor Henderson. He posted his eerie drawings online, showing this towering figure standing in empty neighborhoods and forests. The unsettling look caught fire, and fans quickly began writing creepypastas, making video games, and spreading stories that made Siren Head feel like an ancient monster. What's fascinating is that Siren Head is a monster of the internet age. It didn't start as a story that turned into art. It started as art, and the fans built the lore around it. That mix of terrifying visuals and endless imagination turned Siren Head into one of the most recognizable horror creatures online. Would you be able to escape if you heard those sirens in the middle of the night?
8. The Sea Eater.
A true horror universe cannot overlook the terror beneath the water's surface. And the sea eater is one of them. Let's find out about this monster with the huge mouth.
Ocean Mysteries Explained, Part 3. Sea Eater. Deep beneath the waves, legends tell of a monstrous predator. One so massive, it swallows whales whole. Known as the Sea Eater, this mysterious creature has been whispered about in maritime folklore for centuries. Some say it's an unknown leviathan, a predator lurking in the ocean's darkest depths. In 2016, a strange deep-sea anomaly reignited the legend. A massive sonar reading detected something enormous moving near a pod of whales. Then suddenly, one vanished. Could it be an undiscovered species? A prehistoric survivor like the megalodon? The ocean is vast, and we've only explored 5% of it. Like, follow, subscribe for more Ocean Mysteries Explained.
Is there any way to kill it? It's almost impossible, but to survive, you must follow these rules.
You can kill the sea eater, but only if you follow this rule I'm about to tell you. Firstly, do not be scared. The sea eater can sense fear from miles away, and once he senses that you're scared, it's over for you. Secondly, there's a spell you need to say to scare the sea eater off. Sometimes it might kill him. I'll tell you the spell only if you subscribe and comment. Thirdly, you can only kill it in Scaritopia.
9. Breaking news.
The name sounds strange, right? Why does a terrifying monster have such a peculiar name? Watch the following video to understand more about this monster.
Breaking news. Breaking news is a mysterious giant that belongs to the category known by fans as the Giants, massive humanoid creatures that dwarf entire cities. Its body is long and skeletal, covered in matte black skin that seems to swallow light. Its proportions are distorted, an elongated torso, legs that stretch unnaturally tall, and arms so long they nearly scrape the ground. Its neck is thin and flexible, bending unnaturally, while its head is completely blank. No eyes, mouth, or facial features at all. Almost nothing is known about its behavior from Trevor Henderson himself. The original images were vague, leaving the creature's purpose open to interpretation. Fan communities have built most of its lore, often portraying it as an urban terror that appears near cities, wandering or looming over skylines. Because of its scale, many see it as a destructive force, capable of wiping out entire populations simply by existing. Its void-like body and lack of sensory features make it even more unsettling. No one knows how it perceives the world or what it wants. Breaking news stands out because of its scale and its mystery. It doesn't need gore or detail to be terrifying. The sheer size, the inhuman proportions, and the faceless silhouette create an overwhelming sense of dread. Among Henderson's creations, it represents not just a monster that stalks individuals, but an existential threat, an unstoppable giant whose presence alone feels like the end of the world.
Which monster among the ones above do you like the most? Please comment and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, so I can keep protecting you from these creepy mysteries. Thanks for watching, my dear friends. See you in the next video. Bye.